Welcome back to Business on City News 570, powered by Cowan Insurance. And we are joined, as God would have it, by our good friend Lindsay Reid from the aforementioned Cowan Insurance Group. She's a pension consultant with Cowan. And Gregory, this time of year, we are talking about our tax bill and our RSP time. But ultimately, one of the things that's important all year round is making sure that our employees and our talent workforce are not just being productive at work, but are making sure that they have the tools they need to be financially well, that they're taking their health. Because if we don't have healthy employees, we can't have a productive workforce. So important. Lindsay's going to talk to us a little bit about supporting our employees and their financial wellness, if you will, because that's something that we all need to be thinking about.
Yeah, Lindsay, welcome to the show and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's great to see you and be back chatting.
Great. All we hear about is the price of groceries going up and, the interest rates, of course, going up because we're trying to fight inflation and all those kinds of things. So, and of course, our employers, require a productive workplace because that's what we need to ensure that we can provide the jobs that we provide. But is there a correlation between financial stress, say from your employees' perspective, and workplace productivity?
Yes, there sure is. And as you can probably imagine, there's been a lot of research done on this topic. Like you mentioned, the day-to-day cost of living is actually a leading concern amongst Canadians, with I think about 85% expecting high interest rates and inflation to impact their ability to save for retirement, and 75% concerned about having enough money in retirement. So financial stress is definitely a growing concern and a troubling stat for employers, especially if there are no retirement benefits being offered to employees. A recent Benefits Canada survey found that improving employees' financial well-being can have a ripple effect in driving increased worker productivity, job satisfaction, and engagement at work, as well as the ability to focus by over 80%. So the relationship between financial stress and workplace productivity is certainly something that employers should be aware of.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Now, where does someone start with this? I mean, you've got whether you're with Cowan is your provider. Where do you get started to let your employees know about it? And then what are the things that they can do practically to make sure that they're feeling like they've got the information to be on top of their own financial issues and be able to make proactive steps to not, because part of this is the stress that happens when you don't feel you're on top of your own financial situation.
Yeah, exactly. Retirement benefits or offering a group retirement plan of some sort is definitely the number one effective tool for reducing employees' financial stress, because you're helping people save, you're building that confidence and financial security, which in turn allows them to focus on their day-to-day work. But it's also really important for employers to understand the importance of helping your employees make the most of that retirement program. There was a recent survey done by Ramsey Solutions that said that 73% of employees said that their employer needs to offer more resources to help them manage their finances. So at Cowan, we offer a service to all of our pension and retirement clients called Make Sense. It was formerly referred to as financial coaching for anyone that's listening that has maybe used this service before, but we've recently done a bit of a rebrand and the service itself remains the same. It's just now called Make Sense. So it provides all plan members access to our team for complimentary and confidential phone or email discussions where we help members understand their company savings plan. We can help them review or set savings goals, enroll or make changes to their accounts, and then invest according to their personal goals. So based on things like risk tolerance, time horizon, and our carriers admin teams still offer support and have call centers that employees can and should use. But this is more of a personalized experience for plan members. We really try and build that relationship that sometimes can last for many years. So not only does it help employees with their overall financial well-being, it in terms helps employers with not only attraction and retention, because an employer-sponsored retirement plan is so important, but also ensuring your employees are their most engaged and productive versions of themselves.
You know, it's really important because we all understand distraction is really the element that affects workplace productivity, and you know, it's also a workplace health and safety issue. You know, you want your employees to be focused on the job that they're doing, especially if you're in a construction or other types of manufacturing, and part of that is making sure that they're less distracted. So providing services like this, I think, are really important to keep your employees focused on the productivity of the employer. So thanks very much for joining us, Lindsay.
Thanks for having me.
All right, this has been great. As we're joined by our good friend Lindsay Reid. She, of course, is a pension consultant at Cowan Insurance Group.